Hello and welcome into Speed Gaming 2. I'm Coast, joined today by Jake. How you doing today, Jake?
Doing awesome. How about yourself?
Can't complain. We're getting a little late night rando here. We're going to be doing MC Shuffle today. So maps and compasses all over the map. Can lead to a lot of interesting dungeon dips, lead to a lot of, unknown information. So see what we can get from it.
That's going to be 2 extra items in all of your dungeons. Dungeons have more value.
Exactly. Should be exciting. Today we're going to be watching the restreams of Vextifer and Arya Stark. Both really great runners. Should be interesting to see, and here we are, going off.
Both with same start. One of them
All right.
saving afterwards.
Arya Stark saving, quitting, going to Link's house. See if we get maybe an Uncle start here or straight to South Shore.
We already have a bit of divergence.
And looks like we're going to see the Uncle start from Arya Stark. Are you an Uncle Redder, Jake?
I am an Uncle boy myself.
I'm also an Uncle Router. I like getting these items out of the way. I also like getting to check this tree pull nice and early. And I don't know. Gives you that nice little boost sometimes before you go to Kakariko. Get a few bombs, but...
Ooh, flippers on the mushroom spot.
All right, early flippers. No need for that fake flipper later. But depending on our pendant layout can...
Oh!
Ooh.
Boots on Uncle. Vextifer will want to get there as soon as possible.
Uncle Routers are happy today. Tower of Hera map. In the drop down. Getting a few early maps, and it looks like Arya was also able to farm a few bombs there.
Because they did know that bombs were in the guard pack.
Vex heading down into Kakariko. Arya getting to check Bonk Rocks here on the way as well.
And a sword.
Wow. Uncle Rudder's really happy today.
Arya Stark has definitely taken a little bit of an early lead. Oh, flute and well.
Loot in Kakariko. Always nice, especially when neither of our runners have skipped it. Or at least for the first little bit.
Ooh. I think that was the tier 3 triple? Or was that tier 2?
I believe you're correct. I believe that was the tier 3. Also, full magic off the crabs. This is a decent
Very nice
pool.
triple. Alright, Agus. It's not an Agaseed for Lumberjack Ledge.
Yeah, we get to ignore that for the rest of the game. Oh, looks like we're having a little bit of an issue. Oh, nope, there we go. Vextifer. Coming back. Arya picking up those flippers in Lost Woods. Could be heading down, looks like following Vextifer to Kakariko. We might have missed a few of Vextifer's pickups there. Going in the back there, just with the heart.
Get to see them all again on Arya's side.
Yes, we will. Hopefully we'll see what they got in Blind's basement as well. 5 nice checks. Also, while we're getting going here, quick shout out to our tracker, Ursula. Can't have the restreams without the trackers, and Ursula is doing a great job, so shout out to them.
Something of note is that Arya didn't have to buy bombs because they routed in ways to get them. So they're going to have a little faster of a CAC.
Just a slightly more efficient route here. Also the boots. Always adding in a little bit of extra time. Nothing too crazy, but hope Vextifer goes and gets those boots from Uncle soon.
Well, the flute could lead you very, very far from an uncle.
Yeah, depending on how quickly the world opens up, it definitely can be something that you put off if you get, early Dark World access. It's definitely something I tend to put off a little bit longer.
I imagine we'll see a South Shore after CAC from both runners.
Yeah, it doesn't look like too much else in this Kakariko so far. Flute's a nice pickup, but yeah, a little bit light today on the Kakariko. A little bit of a freeze here on Arya Stark's side. Oh, there we go. Oh, looks like we're having a little bit of a stutter from Arya Stark's there. We'll try and get the music changed over to Vextifer in just a moment. All right, back at Chicken Head here. Arya Stark's back.
Money on library, which I will be able to pick up.
Yep, nice 50 pack. Looked like. Hook shot. Very nice. Always a nice find early. Just helps out in so many places. I mean, you're first chipped up to Death Mountain, you can go to the east, and helps you in Hera quite a bit.
Absolutely, it's that world opening up that we were talking about.
We'll have to see. South Shore can always be filled with goodies for us.
Absolutely, 8 checks on South Shore with Clipper checks available.
That's also true. The dreaded scam fish in Logic. Let's see, map.
Arya Stark choosing to go up to the mountain and do a dark old man, I mean.
Yeah, I like going up the mountain early. Getting the save and quit point is always so convenient. I guess with the flute, a little less necessary, but still very nice to have. Especially later in the game, it's a quick refill that you can flute away from quickly.
Absolutely. We're having a little bit of problems with the fish.
Looks like nothing really in the dam. And Beck's going to check a Gina bottle there on the desert ledge.
Could be a logical bottle. Needed for sick kid.
True. Still a few items away from that. Well, I guess just one technically, if it's the book.
Alright, nothing on top of or in Spec Rock.
Wow. Early glove on a Gina. Nice check there by Vextifer. A little out of the way. Still gotta hope that they're gonna get those boots soon, but it looks like this might be the mountain play. Oh, back escape. Back escape. That makes more sense with the flute.
We're about to see the bottom of Paradox, hopefully. A little stuttering on Arya Stark.
Is it the bottom or the top, Jake?
I call it the bottom because you go up the stairs to
agree.
get to the other.
I agree.
And we didn't see what was there. Oh well.
Hopefully we get to see the top. And... Right.
Oh, a very convenient bomb refill and bow.
And a moon pearl.
So very loaded upper Paradox.
Very nice. Looks like we're gonna get the bomb jump. Oh, little slip.
We're not gonna get it.
I think the second try is faster than going around, but I think it's after this one it's slower, I believe. But Arya Stark nails it.
And we're getting our first look at Moldorm. Second sword. And Titans.
So once Vextifer goes up the mountain, they will have logical Dark World access. So interesting to see. We talked about it earlier, the world opening up, and hopefully they don't wait too long to go back and clear out Uncle.
Yeah, it could be a long time.
Really could be, waiting for a good mirror opportunity. But yeah, always tough to come back to it. And they are going up the mountain. Another nice little piece here. Vextifer will be able to clear both Light and Dark Death Mountain. With the hook shot, as well as Titan's Mitts and that Moon Pearl that they will get at the top of Paradox Cave.
Absolutely, and we're seeing a reversal of the checks now.
Yep, exactly. Looks like Arya Stark, still nothing in that dam, unfortunate. I always find nothing in my dams. It's always a tough part of my run. I always want to skip it. I don't know why. Unless I'm looping it in with Agina.
It's always nicer with the flute. You're able to just go there.
Straight to 7. I don't believe Vextifer checked Ice Rod Cave. So we'll see if Arya goes and checks that.
I don't believe they did.
And we'll see how long it takes for Arya to go to Agina to get their Titan's Mitts.
Their first map check, I saw 2 crystals.
Yep, Eastern and Hera. Always nice when you get the Light World ones early.
Absolutely, and we haven't seen anyone check the eastern area yet, which you could complete, not logically without a lamp, but you could complete it because of that bow.
Yes, I believe the bow is in logic. It's just the uncle check that isn't in logic with the flutes. But yes, clearing out that gate, 3 quick checks at Sahasrara, and then, like we were talking about earlier, 2 extra checks in the dungeon. So, 2 extra non-map compass checks.
And that was half magic on Lake Hylia.
Hopefully they're able to route that in nice and easy later. Hopefully they're able to grab maybe a mirror and somewhere in Village of Outcasts before they head down, but we'll have to see how the routing goes from here. Vextifer with the bomb jump.
Nicely done.
Arya saw nothing with the hobo, and quick check on top of floating island, nothing there either.
Now Kingzor will be isolated for later. Oh, and there's that lamp.
There's the lamp.
So we can go fully clear out Eastern.
Just a map on the ledge. Arya is not going to go out of their way for that.
And we do see a flute to 5, which means we're going to Eastern.
Yeah, while Vextifer gets to do Light and Dark Death Mountain all in one go here, getting that Moon Pearl and Paradox. Fortunately, Arya getting caught on the edge of those stairs there and getting bullied by the blue guard a little bit. Those hook speeds are not always easy to hit when you're going that quickly trying to hit those stairs.
And we saw Super Bunny Cave give up nothing.
Hey, look, we found a compass in Eastern anyway. Just wasn't the Eastern compass.
And TR is quick.
Okay, good to know. Still no medallions, but we are early in the race. Early big key in Eastern.
Not really going to change the routing all that much.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the map and compass shuffle, you know they're all items, so you're gonna go. And not much there on Dark Death Mountain. A little bit of extra health, but nothing much beyond that.
Well, we're going to see Vextifer do the same thing, but in the dark way. Without that lamp.
Yeah, Vextifer missing a few pieces here that Arya's picked up, but
There's the cane.
oh, early Cane of Samaria, always nice to see. Talk about an item that saves you time in dungeons.
Absolutely. And that puts Ice Palace on the map if we find the Fire Rod or Bombos.
Yeah, it could be an early Ice Palace scene. Always not fun when you don't have the cane, but when you have the cane, very nice. Hopefully they're able to find a bottle or a potion at some point. Can be a little harrowing fighting Cold Stare on Greenmail and low health, but definitely doable.
And as one is entering the left side of Eastern, we're going to see Aya go to Armos.
Yeah, we get to also jam along to this really cool Diddy Kong Racing MSU that Ari is playing for us. I love that they let MSUs on restream. So nice. Some good ones out there.
I'm just a big fan of the vanilla one.
That's also a great option. There's no wrong answers, you know?
And we're looking like we're going to see a very clean script. And the mirror.
Nice to see early. Means when Arya's in the neighborhood, they can pick up that half magic.
They might not even go for it.
Yeah. Depending on how comfortable they feel. And these runners both being very good. I'm sure are comfortable without things like half magic or silvers. Things that people like me need, you know, to beat the game. These are the pros, you know?
Absolutely. And there's that fire rod I was talking about.
Ice Palace. Fully in logic.
Well, keep in mind, Arya Stark does not have the glove from Agina.
Yes, actually, you're right. I forgot about that. Let's see. That'll both of these runners missing a key item from Sphere 1.
Choosing to go to Hera. You saw them switch around in the flute map, trying to figure out where to go for a second.
That quick moment where you're staring at your tracker. It's like, okay, you can go here, and then, oh yeah, well, there's extra checks in Hera because the map and compass are shuffled. Okay, we'll go up to Hera. Looked like a pendant Skullwoods, and I unfortunately did not see the Swamp Palace. And looks like our tracker has marked it as a regular crystal.
Shout out to Ursula.
Making sure they're able to see all the things that we tend to miss sometimes.
Magic powder on the map chest. And we're going into the basement for that key, or we're Herapotting. Nope, no Herapot today from Stark.
Yep. Old-fashioned coffee break chest. And
very easy to do with Canis and Mario.
Yeah, don't have to wait for that bomb timing to explode. Just whenever you're ready. And correction, it actually looks like Skullwoods is our green pendant today.
Absolutely, that's what we see from Saha telling you. And Vexta for choosing to go straight into Dark World.
Definitely an understandable play. I think more often than not, this is the play I like to take as well. You just get a lot of density down here in Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town, Skullwoods. You already have Mitts and Mirror, so you can do Smiths really quickly. It's just so many checks.
Absolutely, they are just getting farther and farther away from those boots.
Unfortunately true. And Arya choosing to go to the basement, get the big key, knowing that the big chest is going to have an item. Yeah. So
the boots were on Uncle. You have someone in chat asking where the boots were. The boots were on Uncle.
Yes. So Arya has had those boots for Well,
At 20 minutes.
about 20 minutes longer than Vextiver has so far. So I usually think about it about every 5 or so minutes. It saves just under a minute.
We've got our first medallion in C-shaped, being Bombos.
No rule of fire today. All of our fire sources were nice out in the open. And Vextifer remembering that you can't pick up the Smith before you do dig game. They do not like when you bring a follower, unfortunately.
And start going over to get their Titan Smiths from Ganon.
Yeah, I believe this or Zora were their last locations. Went a little bit faster than going to Zora, so understandable why you check it first.
Well, there's still all of Escape too.
Oh, yes, that's true. Open start. Well, Arya was able to choose right there and pick up those Titan Smiths.
And still going to the back of Escape.
Always a smart play to get out of the way. 3 items in the back. Possibly a small key.
And there's Silvers.
Silver's in Cave 45, so getting that mirror early for both players. Really, really nice. Really convenient. This tends to be an area you hard isolate if you don't have the mirror when you go by the first time.
I start choosing to go back into Dark Cross from the back of Escape.
A lot easier having the lamp here, not having to do it in the dark.
I'm surprised that choosing to go so thorough.
Yeah. I picked up those gloves and have full access to the Dark World. Ice Palace, fully clearable. Swamp Palace, Skull Woods, fully clearable.
We got a first look at our red crystals. We're going to see Hype Cave.
And it looks like our 5, 6 crystals are at Desert Palace and Palace of Darkness.
And there's the hammer. And all our swords.
I'll be honest, that was Hype Cave.
And that was
recently.
A hype cave.
That's one of the hypest caves I've seen in a long time, I think. So that'll get
a butter sword.
Arya up to butter, yeah. Very interesting.
But potentially butters and silvers on Ganon. I don't think Vex is ever gonna go to Uncle.
It keeps seeming less and less likely as time goes on, but maybe they'll get locked out at some point and go towards the density. They still haven't done the front of Escape either, so quite a few checks.
Well, it's a very open seed right now, so there's still a lot to choose from.
That is very true. Especially with that hammer now. Just everything's kind of opened up here.
If we don't see a mirror on top of near the pyramid, we're not going to see Uncle anytime soon.
Arya picking up their bottle and heading into Desert Palace.
And Desert Palace is boots locked.
Oh no. Vextifer. Oh no. Yeah, I agree with you, Mr. Ernst Nerd, that for efficiency, that would be the fastest time to do it, but yeah, it looks like Vex is going to be missing those boots for a little bit longer.
They might eventually be railroaded into getting them, though.
Yeah, depending on... Have we seen the big key yet in Desert Palace?
No, we have not. There
So
it is.
is boots locked.
Because there was a heart container on the map chest.
Yep. So yeah, bottlenecked for sure at Desert, which is a crystal that Vextifer will have to clear, so...
A red crystal at that.
And Vextifer jumping into Pod. Another one of our 5-6 crystals.
Which is also fully clearable. But without the lamp, because they still haven't gotten it from Waterfall Berry.
Yeah, let's see if Vextifer decides to do... I assume they'll do at least a good chunk of this in the dark. And most likely the entire dungeon. No point in not clearing it while you're here if you know it's a 5-6. But that back half can be interesting, to say the least, with some of those turtles.
Mr. Aaron, we got flippers on mushroom spots in the very beginning of the game. Your league partner is just not doing a lot of the Spear 0 checks or Spear 1 checks because of how open the game has been.
That is what we're saying. But yeah, the world we were talking about at the beginning. The world opened up in such a way that Vextifer was given Dark World access on their first trip to the mountain, and the world just kind of continued to open up from there. So, yeah, missing a few of those Sphere 1 checks from Vextifer. Hopefully, they're able to make it back soon. And nice fight there from Arya Stark, getting their third crystal. Third crystal at 32 minutes.
And that is a red crystal as well. Arya Stark gonna finally go into Dark World.
Be able to clear out all these checks.
Arya Stark just being much more thorough than Vextifer.
Yeah, and so far it's paid off. I mean,
Absolutely.
all the routing just kind of fell before Arya as they kept going, starting with those boots and first sword at Bonk Rocks, and it kind of just kept following from there. So, yeah, the routing's been very, very nice from Arya.
And we see a mushroom on the turtle room. The fire rod making those dark rooms a lot better.
Yeah, for sure. Having the torches definitely, being able to see definitely helps in these rooms. You know, I'm sure both of our runners can do the rooms in the dark, but if you don't have to, I'd really rather not.
And there's the cape on Harmless Hellway. And we are going to see a hammer jump. Very clean.
And the one room we have to do in the dark, but doing it from the back usually a little bit nicer.
Ooh, I start showing us Thieves Town for the first time.
Yeah, Boots making this also quite a bit faster for Arya. Finds a big key in the first chest. Just 10 arrows in the second chest.
We are going to see Vextifer finish up Pod, and I start going into the back of Thieves Town.
Thieves Town, we're not sure if it's a crystal or pendant yet, but actually, Arya Stark going to be orphaning the big chest here, has not gone to Hype Cave to get their hammer yet.
And that might be a game changer if you're a Vextifer fan.
Very much so. When you talk about locations that, if you skip them, are going to be your last location, this is definitely one of the biggest ones. Yeah. Vextifer doing these dark rooms with the turtles with ease.
So, a very nice dark room management.
And those turtles can definitely get a little off script if you give them a little bit of time, so gotta make sure you get it right from the start.
Got a little dicey in the end, but they managed to clean it up.
And their prize is a map. Vice Palace. Okay.
And both boomerangs in Thieves Town.
Are you a red boomerang, blue boomerang type of person, Jake?
I am definitely a Redarang fan.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I like the red meringue. Just the distance, so nice.
Oh yeah.
Makes all the throws a little bit easier, you know?
And for someone who struggles a lot, you need all the easy you can get.
I'm right there with you. Give me the half magic. Give me the silvers. Take everything.
I just started doing a wonderful job with the script until I said something.
Yeah, blind one of the tougher fights when you get off script. Those heads can get really annoying when you don't know what they're supposed to be doing.
And blue male's reward and a pendant.
So not much here in Thieves Town. Unless, of course, something's in that big chest that Arya skipped.
But it's definitely a last location for probably both of our runners if Vextifer ever figures out that Thieves Town is a pendant.
Very true.
Which they might actually have enough information to know that based on process of elimination.
Yeah, with that Ice Palace map, definitely makes it a little bit closer.
That is a lot of digs for a heart piece.
Arya is saying, well, I spent enough time digging it up. I might as well grab it.
And Vextiver's seeing that the right side of desert is booth locked.
So gets the heart container, heads out.
And now they are going to know that they need the boots to beat the seed.
Yeah, let's see where this flute takes them. Oh,
Probably to turn in the mushroom
would make sense.
when we get unfrozen. What or do Smith chain? Because they did skip it, I believe.
Do you think that they did? Heart piece. Oh, it looks like they were turning in the bottle, but bit of a mystery as to what that gave us. Arya picking up the purple chest for the trip to the South Dark Worlds. Again, continuing to be very, very thorough. Taking all the checks out of the area. Making sure not to leave anything behind except for that big chest there in Thieves Town.
Strangely enough, they did leave behind Sick Kid, though, so...
Oh yeah, they did pick up that bottle in desert before going.
And Dexter are going to show us that big chest in Thieves.
Yeah, exciting. This could be a big turning point. Also for Vextifer, if it's a big item, could continue to lead them further away from the boots. So, could be a double-edged sword here.
At this point, I think we are just looking for the ice rod and a quake, unless TR might be a pendant.
Yeah, depending on the pendant layout, I guess if Ice Palace is a pendant, then we need both Quake and Ether.
Oh, we also have I think that's, an Ether Mire.
Yeah.
And as our tracker pointed out, the Aya lost the purple chest by accident.
Always unfortunate. It's a big time commitment to go back. I don't expect Arya to be rushing to finish up that purple chest, but definitely something that's going to be nagging on their mind.
And they collect their butter sword. And they're probably going to go to Swamp now.
Yeah, full clearable crystal dungeon. Why not, Always be clearing crystal dungeons.
I imagine that Arya Stark will be going to the left side of Swamp because of how thorough they're playing.
Yeah, especially with that Cane of Samaria able to do Diver Down. Makes left side Swamp a little bit better. And there's the Ice Rod. Nice pickup there from Arya Stark's side. Routing's really been paying them off this season.
We are just medallions from Go Mode.
But the fun thing about the medallions is they can be almost anywhere. They only block the dungeons that require them, so...
The big difference maker in this seed so far has been the boots.
Yeah, really saving Arya a ton of time, especially at this point, you know. Vextifer has just written off the Uncle early Hyrule area and doesn't seem to be wanting to go to it anytime soon, which is understandable with especially the order in which they got Dark World. But, you know, at some point they will have to hit it up and might be kicking themselves a little bit for missing those Sphere 1 boots.
Very clean checks. A very clean blind fight, I mean, and we got nothing in the south of Swamp, and Arya start going straight to the back.
Yeah, 2 items that they will be skipping in the left side of Swamp there.
They might go back. Well.
Yeah, they might go back. Are you? Do you prefer to go back? Oh, there's Ether.
Without big key, you might like go to the back first, and so you go back in for big chest anyway. So.
Yep, that makes a ton of sense. Get that extra check from the big chest as well.
I start just skipped waterfall chest though.
Interesting. I don't believe we've seen a map check of the Dark World, but yeah, I mean, one of those 3 dungeons of Ice Palace, Misery Mire, and Turtle Rock are going to be pendant dungeons. Be interesting to see which one it is. Hopefully they're not passing up, you know, Quake for Turtle Rock or anything along those lines.
Absolutely. Vextifer going to go get their lamp, I think. Or to Ice Palace.
Yeah, it looks like they're going straight to Ice Palace. Arya picking up their 4th crystal. Here from Swamp, let's see.
And Ice Palace is a crystal.
Ice Palace is a crystal. And Arya Stark choosing not to go back into Swamp.
Maybe pretending they're on go mode, which they could be if the rock is a dependent.
Yeah, picking up a blue goo here. This to me is usually assigned to that they're going to be going to Ice Palace. It looks like Pod first from Arya Stark.
Pod is our 2nd red crystal, so that will open up Waterfall Fairy afterwards. And we know that Pod has the cape and something else.
Yeah, a little bit of a quicker time here too from Arya, both with those boots and having the lamp before coming in.
And Mushroom, which still has not been checked.
Ah, yes. Quite a few interesting pieces. Early big key here for Vextifer and Ice Palace. When you do Icebreaker, it's nice to see that big key early. I didn't see, did Vextifer hit the switch before doing Icebreaker?
I don't think so, but I wasn't paying attention.
Fair enough. I guess with Map Compass Shuffle, less items you're going to want to skip here in Ice Palace. Finding all those keys in different ways.
And did Vextifer check the Thieves' big chest? I don't remember what was in there.
I do believe they checked it. Maybe it was maybe the small key was locked in the big chest. I didn't quite check. But doesn't look at least like it was anything important. Haven't seen anything updated on their tracker. just a heart piece and iced tea room. I really love this Diddy Kong Racing MSU. So fun.
Yeah, we're seeing Istark a go mode pod.
Yeah, they already must believe they're in go mode. Which, again, depending on whether or not Misery Mire or Turtle Rock is that last pendant and last crystal, they may be.
Dexter for having a very clean cold stare.
Fire Rod, half magic, always a nice luxury to have against Cold Stare.
And Vexter is finally gonna go get their lamp. And we might see what's on Zora as well.
Yeah. Trying to think of good items. I guess the best item for Vexfer would be Quake, and Turtle Rock is a required crystal.
And that could be very good for them. They start seeing that Ice Palace is a crystal and probably going to go straight there. Having 5 crystals already. Yep.
Yeah, makes sense. Just clear out Ice Palace, and I guess if Misery Mire's that last crystal, they're in go mode, and it's a very fast go mode for map compass shuffle.
Especially after playing so thorough in the light world. A heart container on Zora.
Unfortunately, it was a scam today. Can't always be great.
I mean, can you really put a price on life?
You couldn't be more right there, Jake.
And the single arrow I didn't see the first time around. I'm so happy to see it the second time.
Good to know we have it in the pool, you know? Glad it's not lonely anymore.
Single arrow being one of my favorite items in the entire pool. Arya Stark is going to go hit that switch.
So if they want to, they can do a pretty quick go mode of the Ice Palace here.
Looking like they probably will, since they go moded the last 2 dungeons.
And I missed that map check on Vextiver's side. Don't know if... Hope. And it looks like Misery Mire is a pendant, which means Turtle Rock is our last crystal. So Arya Stark missing that Quake to open up Turtle Rock. Hopefully it's on the path for them. I'm trying to think where they go after this.
Well, they go into Mire after this.
I guess that's fair, and hope it's a crystal at the end. Unfortunately, we know they're just going to be getting another one of those basic pendants as well, picking up the first one at Thieves Town. I believe the first one was a red pendant, so they'll be picking up the blue pendant at Mire.
Absolutely, and they will hopefully don't double dip any of the dungeons they are go moding right now.
Yeah, hopefully not. It's definitely always a tough situation when you decide to go mode some dungeons earlier, then maybe it's guaranteed, and then yeah, this can happen. But yeah, I already start go moding Ice Palace as well, which makes sense. Follows what they've been doing recently.
Getting 7 out of 8 checks, skipping iced tea. Which we know was just a heart piece.
Nice efficiency there from Arya.
Choosing to do Bombos because they do not have their half magic. They chose to never get it.
Reasonable. It is a little bit out of the way. Definitely takes some time, but with the butter sword there,
Ooh,
no problem.
No
Kept it
fire
in the
rod
corner.
touch either.
Yeah, butter sword does early butter sword especially that Arya had does quite a bit of damage.
It slices like butter. What can I say?
It really does.
Next for choosing to full clear swamp, going into the left side.
And Arya here, 6 out of 7 crystals. Just looking for that quake so they can enter pod. Or Turtle Rock. And yeah, like I said,
very fast left side entrance as well. Being very efficient.
diver down, making left side a whole lot nicer to do. Still could take quite a while, but can save quite a bit of time having to go back and forth there, or having to set up the bomb explosion just right, which can be a little finicky.
It is really, really upsetting to still see Vexter walking around slowly.
Yeah, knowing where those boots are, it's an unfortunate skip that Vexter made, but
They're
they'll
probably
have to
gonna.
go there at some point.
Yeah,
The
they're
boots
probably
are
gonna
required.
facepalm pretty hard when they find them.
Yeah, always frustrating. Those Sphere 1 checks, they can come back to get you.
Uncle is a Spear 0.
Sphere 0, very true.
With Lamp being Spear 1 that he finally got.
Yeah, the routing for Vextifer just not paying off, unfortunately. A lot of reasonable decisions, just boots being there, and it's
If you're
tough.
if you're rooting for Vextifer, you want to see Quake in a waterfall room.
Yep. Quake and Waterfall. Scared me for a second there. I saw the medallion. Forgot we also picked up Ether here.
Oh, he's going to choose to go back to that big chest and open it right away instead of dipping back. Oh no! What? Okay.
Oh.
Being indecisive.
Making a decision on the fly. Okay, now going back to check that big chest.
I didn't know what they wanted to do for a second.
Just arrows, yeah. Or you'll start getting straight to the back of Mire. Forgetting that big key. And unfortunately will be disappointed when the pendant drops.
Putting them that much closer to doing a bed pool.
Just $5 in Waterfall Cave. No Quake today. But, we still haven't seen half of Misery Mire. We still haven't seen, I believe, any of Skullwoods.
Bumper Cave. Bumper Ledge.
Cave. Yep.
Bumper Ledge is cape locked, and the cape was in pod, so could be something big too.
Yep, fully accessible. It'll be
That mushroom.
Mushroom, yeah. Wow, quite a few checks. Have we seen a magic bat check yet?
No, not that either.
So quite a few open checks. Yeah, I guess both of them started, I guess, with the Myths Dark Worlds access. They went in through Village of Outcasts and then down, so getting their hammer after they were in the area.
Silver's making Viddy very, very quick.
And the blue pendant reward.
Now, what does Arya Stark do now that they see that blue pendant reward, that they're not in go mode?
Yeah, this is always a tough time. I mean, I think
They've never been to Dark Mountain yet.
they have not.
Yeah, they don't even know they need Quake.
Wow.
I
That's
just
very
realized
true. Yeah.
they haven't even done Dark Mountain yet.
Yeah, because Vextifer grabbed those gloves from Agina early, which allowed them to do Light and Dark Death Mountain together, whereas Arya picked those up a little bit later.
Okay, so Arya is going to get a rude awakening. And then we have a race again.
Yeah, it's anyone's game. I mean, Vextifer needs to go to Uncle sooner rather than later, but I feel like we've been saying that for quite a while now.
But it's not as bad as a check as maybe the mushroom might be. That is deep in pod.
It's very true.
So if Quake happens to be on mushrooms or bumper ledge or one of those far out of the way checks that were locked behind pod, Arya Stark might take a long time to get there, having already cleared it out.
Yeah, having to do the fetch quest after the double dip of the dungeon is always a bit down the road, and yeah, a few slashes in frustration seeing Quake there. Definitely understandable. Hoping it's here on the door map, but we know it isn't. There's a few areas over here we haven't checked. I also don't believe... Well, Arya doesn't have the cape either, so... Unless they... I don't know if they used their blue potion. I don't think they did. So, may be able to do Spike Cave here as well. It's an additional check in the area that we haven't seen. While Vextifer goes into Tower of Hera, which we have seen.
That's where their powder lied.
And it looks like they are going to be skipping that.
We know the big chest has nothing, so this doesn't hurt them.
Yep, save a little bit of time here. Nice Hera pot from Vextifer. I love how there's just so many setups for the Hera pot.
I was about to say that both of our runners use different setups.
Yeah, both of them use different setups, and I use a different setup than both of them. It's just crazy. Once Hera pot became something that they knew we could do, I found out very quickly.
Where's Arya Stark going?
I believe this is going to be Pyramid. I don't believe they've checked Pyramid at all, so get to loop it in.
Oh, it's Bomb Fairy, yeah.
Yeah.
Pyramid Fairy. I was hoping it was a pod play again, but no.
We'll see after some checks here, we get Pyramid Fairy, Pyramid Ledge, maybe up to Catfish. Maybe Zora, but might go back down into pod. Quite a few checks that they missed. I don't believe they went to the back at all, so quite a few chests back there.
Dexter for going back into basement is going to be very disappointed.
Yeah. Quite a long wait just to pick up. I can't even remember from the big chest here in Tower of Hera.
I think it was a heart piece, but I could be wrong. And sank heart and some money.
And looks like this is going to be front of escape.
Yeah, front of escape. That is. Funny enough, I start going back into the front of escape before Vextifer.
Yeah, Vextifer hasn't been to this area at all yet, but Arya started taking their second dip. Yeah. And let's see if Quake was here the whole time.
Ursula, the big key leads to the big chest, which I think is the heart piece.
Yeah.
Vex's league partner calling him a clown in chat.
Yeah, Vex for not remembering that. But clearly, it's a good competitor. Moved on quickly. Didn't take it too harshly, so just playing their game. Unfortunately, it will bite them here again.
With them being so thorough to go back in for a very slow check in Hera.
Yeah, 300 rupees was sitting there in the big chest. Nice to have, but yeah, not required. And
not as nice as the booth might be.
Yeah, and looked like nothing much in the front of escape there.
Checking spike cave before a 6-item escape.
And just $50.
Front of escape having nothing for us either.
Yep, just Uncle with those boots.
And up to Catfish and probably Zora as well.
Oh, actually going to the left. I believe they checked King's Tomb. This might be... Oh, maybe not.
This is the first look at Graveyard Legend King's Tomb. And Vextifer checking that mushroom. Is it a Quake? It is not.
It's a green goo. It's nice, but again, not what we're looking for here.
Oh, shovel being. Oh, there's Quake.
There's Quake in Graveyard Ledge.
Let's go mode.
Shovel in front of escape. Thank you there, Ursula, as well. Yeah. But Arya Stark officially in go mode. 108.01. And getting a little bit paid off for the go moding of some earlier dungeons here.
Yeah, that's definitely a good, really, really big time save.
Yeah, little bit of a risky route there from Arya, but it pays off, and when those risks pay off, it feels really nice. So I hope they'll be feeling good after this. And
disappointed.
Yeah, hopping independent mire. We'll see the rest of the checks. Yeah. But unfortunately...
We know nothing is here. Nothing useful anyways.
Pendant mire before Uncle. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Vextifer accidentally marked off the Uncle and Escape earlier on their tracker. But yeah, this is unfortunate.
Or it's like I've orphaned it for this long, I might as well keep orphaning it.
Yeah. Yeah, that also makes sense, Mr. Ernstnerd, thinking outs are deeper in the logic. Which,
probably meant the boots there. But just ignoring a Spear Zero Boots for this long is crazy.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely gonna be one of those moments when you go to Uncle finally, where Vextifer goes, oh, yep, there they were the whole time. Unfortunate, but
Yeah, it's a big face palm.
very much is. We might see some sword slashes, or maybe grabbing onto an edge for a while, really getting that anger out from Vextifer. And we'll definitely ask them about it in the post-match interview.
Absolutely, and there's a big key, so we're gonna see a fairly quick TR.
Yeah, really convenient location. Or that we'll see how the layout of small keys is. And yeah, it might be quite a quick Total Rock here from Arya. And there's one.
Because you'll probably just go steal the key from the lava chest and then
Go back, yeah. Single rupee and cutscene chest. Things a little bit more.
Vextiver's still gonna full clear because he is looking for the boots and the quake.
Yeah, still 2 items from Go mode. You're going to want to check everything here. And Arya doing just as you said, stealing that key and then heading back.
It is really like watching a car crash in motion with Vextiver.
Yeah, it's one where you know where it is, so it makes it even more stressful. Just knowing that you could have had it for the whole, hour and bit seed, but you live and you learn.
Absolutely. Now we can start taking bets on when we think they're gonna go get those boots.
Yeah, quite a few checks. You have all of Skullwood still open. I don't believe Vextifer's done Smith Chain. So you have all of Smith Chain.
North Dark World.
Hammer Pegs. Yeah, quite a few checks. So we'll see when they get back to and their teammate in chat just it's
in shambles.
Yeah, it looks like it must have been a setup for Spooky. I don't know that setup personally, but I think Vextifer unfortunately missed it there, having to bomb the wall and do it the old-fashioned way.
I just start skipping lots of checks in TR because of the very, very, very nice key placement.
Yeah, nice key placement. Also, already having silvers for the Ganon fight and Butter Sword means that
you're not looking for anything.
yeah, wide open chests. There's bosses to be killed and Ganons to be killed.
A very nice swap on those heads. Swapping between rods before the boss died, before the head died.
Yeah, Butter Sword, it's only 3 slashes and a quick 3 from Arya. Finishing off.
Their last crystal?
They're at last crystal.
And we're going to go straight into GT.
We are getting to clear out Turtle Rock last. Always nice and convenient getting to skip the climb the second time.
Now we get to play a fun game called 1 through 22.
Do you have a number you prefer, Jake?
I really like 7.
You're a 7 fan. That's fair. I like to pick 15 because it's rando room. And I'm a rando room fan.
Go ahead and chat and call out your numbers, and we'll give you a shout out if you manage to get the pick the correct one.
Yeah, only have a few seconds left to get your guesses in before Arya Stark enters Ganon's tower here. We see that first check. Looks like we have someone in chat who agrees with you here, Jake. Picking number 7 alongside with you. And Arya going right side.
Hope room. Unfortunately, Vexter for clearing out the Skull Woods.
Yeah, and we know nothing here is gonna help Vextifer at this point. Hopefully there's nothing that leads them further away from those boots.
Well, they really can't with having most of the fetch quest in his inventory already.
I guess that's fair. Maybe book for Bombos and Ether Tablet. But yeah, beyond that, it's not much left. Arya Stark.
Maybe he finds red mail.
3, 4, 5. Lemon Kong so close.
Lemon Kong getting the closest with a 6 guess. Yep.
Let's see.
Well.
And if they had just checked again and checked the chests in a slightly different order, could have been number 6. But number 5 today.
And we begin the climb. As Vex kills Maw. Which will be his 3rd pendant.
Are we gonna get a blind pull?
Plagued one asking if they win by Price is Right rules, where if you overshoot, you still lose.
And green pendant here, another check for Vex. That is in the boots.
We're gonna see a blind ped pull.
Yeah, looks like we might. Gotta check this quick chest first. Vexifer still hasn't done the full front of Skullwoods here. Going straight to the back. Just a small key. Let's see. There's the mirror.
I think Ped is gonna be the book, just for insult to injury.
That's mean. And we have a green goo on the pedestal.
Well. Better than nothing.
Yeah, better than nothing. Well, we have Arya Stark continuing the climb. Quite a quick climb. Has all the goodies necessary to clear out all these rooms nice and quick.
Arya Stark really not having any safeties at all, and doing a very nice job of getting a very clean GT climb.
And Ganon fight should be no problem with Silvers and Buttersword here.
Absolutely. Having a max equip for damage.
Yeah, against Ganon, the best defense is a good offense. Just killing the pig quick. Usually your best plan of action. 2 checks left here in Skullwoods for Vextifer.
Of course, last iteming the sneak.
Yeah, really getting just no help today, Vextifer, with the routing. And the big key. So one more check in here.
No help at all.
Arya puts down Baldorm and puts a bomb on the chest for good measure.
Laughs in the face of that chest.
Like you were saying earlier, who needs it? Everything they need is already in the hands.
The only thing that could be anything right now for them is the red mail, but that's not really that needed with 14 or 15 hearts.
Yeah, 15 hearts, and we get a nice Aga 2 here. Nice first set of shots. 1 and a blue ball there.
Two one.
And nice clean fight from Arya. And let's see the Ganon. Vextifer going to get their Quake here from Graveyard Ledge.
And then there'll be Uncle for go mode.
Yeah, it also unfortunately might mean that Vextifer goes and full clears Turtle Rock before going to Uncle. Which could be extra unfun.
Boom in a second mountain climb. They probably will, because if they've orphaned the Uncle for this long, they're going to continue to.
And yeah, mirror to 1, or flute to 1. Means we're going to see Turtle Rock.
Man. I'd hate to be the Uncle's parents the way he's orphaned right now. Call him Batman.
That's a really good one. I like that one. I'm stealing that one, Jake. That one's really good. And we're seeing a nice clean Ganon fight here from Arya. Already on the last stage of Ganon here.
Yeah, absolutely. Arya getting this. Nothing to talk about as they clean up the seed with their immaculate routing.
Yeah, very, very clean routing. Yeah, the only thing was having to find that Quake at the end, but...
Oh, they missed Torch Glitch.
Can make this a little bit tougher, but I mean, with Silvers and Butter Sword, it...
And getting a single, double, single. Very clean.
Putting Arya across the finish line. Looks like a
little bit of a final stutter.
Putting them at a official race time.gg time of 1:23:04. But
Arya Stark. As Vextifer goes into TR. To full clear.
Yeah, and the full clear of Turtle Rock is unfortunate. We have Arya Stark finishing first here on the restream. Currently finishing third overall in today's race. First race being Furious Magic, who finished with a 1:18:40. So quite a fast speed. And
wow.
Oh no, it looks like we might have lost the feed from Vextifer. But hopefully we can get Arya in here to talk about this seed. Yeah, all in all, seemed like a pretty straightforward seed as long as you didn't skip any Sphere 0 or Sphere 1 checks. They were all quite important and quite out of the way. We had Glove at Agina, we have Boots at Uncle, we have Lamp in Waterfall Cave. Kind of all over the place. Flute in Kakariko really had to hit all corners of the map in Sphere 1 and Sphere 0. And it looks like Vextifer will not be finishing out the race. after hopping into that turtle rock. So GG's in chat for both runners. Tough seed for Vextifer, but nice writing from Arya Stark.
We all have them. We all have our tough seeds.
And it looks like we have Vextifer joining us. Vextifer, hello.
Yo.
How are you feeling after that one?
I forgot that I didn't do Uncle.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't forget. I just decided that it was really funny. So all right. So get this. So our team, literally, I would say that like four of our losses in league this year were because we just didn't do front of escape. And so now it's like a meme. And so now I just don't do anything over there. Ever.
Yeah, we had Mr. Aaron Snurden chat with us, making jokes the whole time.
No, no, he messaged me after I forfeit. I literally said to myself, I said, you know what? It's such a meme to lose to front of escape. I'm not doing it. I was gonna do it. I was literally gonna do Smith chain and everything beforehand. I was like, you know what? I'm a full pet. This is fun. And then I was in TR and I was like, well, Furious Magic finished like 10 minutes ago. I was like, all right. The boots are on. I knew at that point. I was like, boots have to be on Uncle, and yeah, I just at that point there's nothing else to it. So I knew where I needed to go. I didn't want to do it, and I almost forfeit when I saw that. But then I was like, wait, I should just wait for Arya Stark to finish, so then I can forfeit.
We appreciate that. We have Arya Stark, I believe, it here as well. GG's.
Thank you.
Very clean.
Nah, dude, I'm just chilling, man. Honestly, I've got a screaming baby in the background, and so it's like it's actually very distracting.
Yeah, I can understand how that could be. Yeah, for sure. Oh, but Arya, that was a nice clean route from you. Getting to go mode a good chunk of those dungeons, and then finding Quake at Graveyard Ledge. How did that? How do you think the route went?
Semi-recklessly go moding a bunch of dungeons, I think is the correct way to put it.
Yeah, we realized afterwards that you hadn't been up to Dark Death Mountain because Vex went to Agina first. So when they went up to Death Mountain, they were able to do light and dark together. But you didn't know that it was Quake going through those dungeons, Quake, and that's an unfortunate realization once you got there. We saw the sword slashes, and never fun.
Well, I mean, it was a situation where like this seed was like super fast. Like almost everything was pretty free and out in the open. I mean, that hype cave that had hammer and 2 swords, and silvers and 45, and boots and a sword right off the bat, and it was just like,
what boots?
But it's like, I'm in a race with Furious Magic, with Vex, with a bunch of good runners. I got that second medallion, and it was just like, at this point, I'm just gonna play it like I'm in go mode, pretty much. I kind of fluffed a couple things that were along the way in ice or whatever, but it was like, I'm gonna play it like it's go. I'm just gonna go after Mire, hope that that's the last crystal. It wasn't. I'm gonna go up to TR, hope that it's one of the 2 medallions I have. It wasn't. So then it was a lot of fun, and fortunately it was not a million checks before I came across Quake, but it could have been. It could have been one of the million places I skipped. So I mean, I got a little bit lucky there, but I think again, if like you're on a restream against somebody like Vextifer, who's an outstanding player, it's like, I could be super thorough and he's going to beat me by 45 minutes. So
not anymore. I used to be decent.
Well, Arya Stark, you were the thorough player on Restream. You played very, very thorough in the light world.
Yeah, well, when things weren't 100% clear early, we did get the early Eastern info, which was good. We got whatever it was. I have a hard time with the short-term recollection sometimes, but was able to go up to Hera and knock that one out. And then it was like, well, is like Aga still a possibility here? Because I hadn't been to Agina and I hadn't done the front of escape, and it was like, Aga could be a possibility, so I better, I don't really feel like doing Aga tonight. It's 11 at night Eastern time. So let's turn over every stone we can here. And it's like, oh, cool, Mitz and Agina. I'll take it.
Yeah, no, I so my thought process to the seed, right, when I didn't get the boots, right, the best part was that there was a time when I realized that without the ice rod, without Quake, and just with bombos at a C-shaped house, I was like, wait a second, how funny would it be if I'm in go mode at 25 minutes? Because technically it could have been go mode if it was pinned at Mire and TR, right? Like I wouldn't have needed anything else. And so I was looking at myself if Desert didn't need boots, right? And I was like, can I be in go mode at 20 minutes? Because that would be funny. But now, I just not going to Uncle's just hilarious. I could have had fun tonight because I would have had boots the whole thing. But I just didn't.
Yeah, with the boots, it laid out right from the start. I mean, even in Bonk Rock being Arya's first sword, so really the boots were a big key to that start. And yeah, skipping Uncle. Once you're deep into the seed, you might as well just keep going deeper.
Oh, it is way funnier just to not do front of escape or Uncle at all. It's like I got new priorities. It's just fun now. Now I'm just enjoying myself.
You also set me up for a really good joke near the end. So.
Wait, what'd I do? What was the joke?
I said with an uncle this orphaned, he might as well be Batman.
It was a clean joke. It was a clean joke on the restream. But yeah, it was definitely an interesting race. We have just a few runners finishing up. But yeah, you mentioned it already. Furious Magic with a time of 1:18:40. That's a fast time, especially in MC Shuffle, which can sometimes be a little more annoying than this race tended to be. So, yeah, seemed like a decently smooth seed. Again, missing those boots, but yeah.
Oh no, I didn't miss them.
Sorry, intentionally not going to Uncle for the boot. Yes.
Intentionally not going to that area so I can continue to lose every race.
Well, one day it will pay off, and that's what you're looking forward to.
No, not really. I just think it's funny. I was entertained. I had a good time.
Alrighty. Well, good night from my end.
Yeah, I think we'll be finishing up the restream here. We'll let you guys get back. Thanks for a good race, guys. Thanks for having some fun with us and talking to us about the seed after. And yeah, everyone watching Speed Gaming 2, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon.
How about that? How about those dark turtles, though? Right? See, I did one.
That was so clean. That was clean.
The cleanest dark turtles.
Just nuts.
Yeah.
Honestly, we had quite a few comments on them.
Yeah, just want to say thank you to Jake and Kaz for coming this race, Ursula for tracking, Render for setting it up, and Vex for being on restream with me. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, GG's guys, thanks.
GG's guys, thanks for everyone stopping in. Peace, guys. Have a good night.